So in this video, we want to look at how can we accept online payment for our hotels. It doesn't matter what type of hotel you have. You want to make it convenient for your guests to be able to pay. Most importantly, you want it to be convenient both ways. It's going to be helpful if you're able to accept online payment. So what are the options that are available? And I want to go through some of the pros and cons of each one of these. And I'm going to show you the method I use to accept online payment for the hotels that I help to manage. So let's look at some of the options that we have available to us. So the first thing is, what about online booking engines? And let's look at a few online booking engine options that you may have available to you. So the first one I want to recommend is Little Hotelier. What I like about Little Hotelier is that it's not only a booking engine that will allow you to accept online payment, but it will also offer you the option of being a front desk. It will provide a channel manager, as well as it's mobile friendly. Another option that you have available is SiteMinder. SiteMinder comes with the option of being a channel manager as well. And let's say you're starting at a property that is from 5 rooms, it will start from about $37 a month. The other option you have available to you is Checkfront. Checkfront offers similar features. It will give you a booking engine. You will have some level of front desk to use. If we look at the pricing, it starts at about $42 a month. Now, each of these is going to give you the benefits. For me, what I find these options are best suited if you're a little larger. You have more revenue coming in. You could afford to pay for the monthly investment. What is another option that you have for accepting online payment? And that's online travel agencies. And most persons are using online travel agencies. It's probably one of the best ways to help get your property out there and get marketing. Of course, you're going to have to pay for the commission for having these travel agencies advertise your property. So you have options like Airbnb or Expedia. You also have like TripAdvisor, which is very good for reviews for your hotels, and Booking.com and many others. More than likely, you're going to be using a online travel agent along with your website. And in that way, you kind of maximize your commissions. But obviously, you probably don't want to be using online travel agencies as your only form of getting online payment. And let's look at the third option, which is using a WordPress plugin, obviously, if you're having a WordPress website. And this is what I use. And for the most part, it's kind of cost. So one of the options you have available to you is AgeBook. This is one of the booking engine available to you. It costs about $49 per year, and then you could pay for support on a yearly basis. The other option is WooCommerce Bookings and Appointments by Plugin Hive. It starts at about $99 for a yearly subscription, but it offers a lot of flexibility that you will be able to do for your hotel booking. And the final one I'm going to look at is the MotoPress Hotel Booking Plugin. I've been using this one for about 2 years now, and I find it's been very flexible. It's keep adding on. Because I use most of their add-on, it just made more sense for me to use their membership option, which gives you all of the add-on at one yearly price. Let's look at the options you will have available to you. If you're using, for example, a WordPress booking plugin, I'm using MotoPress. Let's look at what we could do with it. If I go to my backend and I go to settings, I'll go to accommodations and then settings. If I go over to payment gateways, and here we'll see several options we have available to you. Let me expand my screen so you could see this a little better. Okay, so we'll notice that you have options like PayPal, 2Checkout, Stripe, Braintree, BeanStream. So these come by default once you have the hotel booking plugin. However, in my case, here I'm located in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't have access to some of these payment gateways as readily as available. For me to do that, I'll need to use the WooCommerce payments extension. So this is one of the extensions that MotoPress offer so that you could extend your payment gateways. So if there's any WooCommerce compatible payment gateway, it will allow you to work with the one that's suited in your local country. This payment gateway is $99 for a single license. And for that reason, you can see how the cost is adding up. If you're using more than one of these plugins, it makes sense to just get the membership. So let's look at this. I've already downloaded it. We're going to go about adding this to the website and look at how I'm going to be able to configure it with a payment gateway that I use here in Trinidad. The payment gateway that I'm using here in Trinidad is WiPay. WiPay is one of the payment gateways that's available to us. It's also available in other Caribbean islands as well. Let's get it installed and set up. So I'm going to go to plugins. I'm going to click add new, upload plugin, and then I'm going to just choose my plugin file. And I'll choose install now. And then I'll choose activate plugin. It's giving me the notification that I need to install WooCommerce. So let's go and do that now. Let's choose add new. Let's type in WooCommerce. And we're going to install WooCommerce by clicking install now and then activate. I'm going to skip the setup for now. I'll choose no thanks. Now I'm going to go and adjust the currency inside of WooCommerce so that I know I have the same currency in both cases. So I'm going to go to WooCommerce and then settings, and I'm going to change the country or state to Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm going to look for where it has currency, and I'm going to change it from pound sterling to my currency, which is Trinidad and Tobago. I'll now save this. Now, I don't want to use the payment gateways within WooCommerce. I'm going to have all of the payment gateways set inside of the MotoPress booking settings. So right now, all of them are turned off. I'm leaving it like that, and I'm going to go back to accommodations and then settings. Then I'm going to go to payment gateways. And here, I'm going to choose WooCommerce. I could click enable WooCommerce, and I could change this to something that's more descriptive in my case. So I might call this credit card payment. Now we will need to create a product for the reservations. Now it's not going to be one that's going to be listed in a shop, but this is just going to be for us to check out. So I want to save this for now, but let's go and create that product. So if I click here, it will take me to the products. I could have just gone to products and new, but let's just call this reservations. I'm not going to have this displayed in a shop, so I'm just going to refer to it as a hidden product. I'll just say OK. I'm not going to necessarily put a price for this. I'm just going to click publish. Now I'm going to go back to accommodations and settings. I'll go to payment gateways and I'll choose WooCommerce again. And here's where I'll choose that product I just created for reservations. Now it's asking us, what is the checkpoint that you want? Do you want to use the hotel booking checkpoint instead of the WooCommerce one? And I'll prefer to use the hotel booking checkpoint so that I could have a controlled booking process. You have the option as well as to hide the payment method description if it's the only one that's available. I'm going to leave that like that for now, and I want to come down and I'll choose save changes. Now that this is set up, I can now go and install the WiPay payment gateway so that I could use my local payment gateway to process the payments. So I'm going to go and install the plugin. I'm going to go and download the WiPay payment plugin. So here on their documentation page, there's an option to download WiPay WooCommerce credit card plugin. I'm going to download it here. All right, I'm going to go and add the plugin now. So of course, if you went to plugins and add new, you'll see the option here for me to add this plugin. I'm just going to add it here and install it and then activate plugin. So now that I have the plugin activated, I just need to configure the plugin. So I could choose the settings option here. And you could then go to your WiPay account and add your WiPay account number and API key. To get that, you will go to WiPay, come to your profile icon, click the drop-down arrow and choose developer. You will scroll down, you'll type in the name of your website and you'll choose submit. From there, you will copy your account number and the API key. I'm just going to copy my API key as well and paste it into the window. Now you could test your settings by ensuring that the sandbox option is checked. So let's save the changes. Let's test it by trying to process a booking. So I'm going to go to the front end of the website. Let's try to search for a date. So let's assume we're going to travel for 2 days and let's assume it's 2 persons. I'm going to search. So here I find this accommodation here. I'm going to reserve it. And then is where we could put in our details. And we're going to try and process this transaction. And let's try and process the transaction. Let's click book now. and it takes us to our checkout form. We'll notice that it gives us the payment gateway here. You have the option of deciding if you want to absorb the transaction fee or if you want to split it with the guest. So that's in the WiPay configuration settings. Let's complete the booking. So this will take us to WiPay, where we could simply enter our transaction number and confirm the payment. We're going to put in a test number, and we'll just put in a random number since this is just for a test. And let's try process the payment. So here it is, and it's confirmed the payment for us. It's just a test payment, and we could go back to our back end and just verify if we see the transaction coming through. So if we come to bookings, we can now see that booking that we just processed. So that's it. That's how we would be able to accept an online payment at our hotel booking website. So if this video was helpful to you, please remember to subscribe, click that notification bell, and like this video. So when I post more videos like it, you'll be notified. I'll see you in the next one.